So I acted out on it, and I said shit got real when I had to call my sponsor. So I've never gone through the AA treatment like this before. I did it for a whole year now. I have all my coins, have all my NA chips. So I really didn't know that there was this whole other world, and I didn't realize how badly I needed treatment, and I really couldn't. I really just couldn't accept what was real and what was becoming real for other people. And I can't believe that I did this and I got through this. So it's like getting your GED. It's like you're not finished, you're not done. There's more to life. Just keep on doing what you're doing, but in a different way. And I was such a drunk. That's a story for a different day. So we're not putting a substance on a pedestal, like I said, but I really have not drank in, I can't calculate off the top of my head because I was 7 months sober. I was 7, and that's when I relapsed. I relapsed for one night, but I drank a variety of drinks, which I normally do if I'm going to drink, and it is just in one sitting usually. It gets spit out. So I start drinking different kinds of drinks at once. So I made it 7 months. And that happened. And so I knew when it happened that it was similar to what happens when I do drink. And at least this time I was enlightened enough to be like, damn, Hannah, now this had to get real. Like, muy estúpida are you? And I do feel like this has helped me become a productive member of society. And I'm celebrating this day because it's my dad's birthday, and this is something that I felt needed to be addressed and needed to be talked about, because I can't make other people into targets, and make other people feel they could be harmed. And I feel that I portrayed that I had those kind of feelings and those emotions when I was drinking, because I can feel the side of her still. And I haven't been up and around after my first big alcohol relapse, which was last spring. But I did it all through treatment, like I said. I went to rehab, and I went to Sober Living, which is awesome. It's like a halfway house for recovering people. That really helped me get on my feet and taught me what I should be doing in sobriety, how to take care of myself. So I'm that one where I'm known. Like I say, I'm a local celebrity. On dumb shit, on like the celebrity on dumb shit, and it's been difficult. It's been difficult, like, realizing that it doesn't matter how fucking weird I act. It doesn't matter how, goofy I may feel at times. Like, it's my world too. I'm allowed to laugh and be goofy just because I want to be loud and I want to be goofy. And I remember drinking all those repressed feelings and emotions that you would feel as a quiet person who's not that social. You would think, damn, they could really do some shit. Like, if these circumstances happen and they were on a specific substance, damn. So I had to get real, because the police were threatening to be called, and I'm already on probation. I don't need that shit for other people. I hate when that happens, but it does. Like, I've seen people get arrested, and fuck, all right. You kind of caught me there, like, trailing off. But I don't know. I'm happy that I quit, and I'm happy that I quit, even if I still have moments of weirdness, some brainwash stupidity. It is just mouth diarrhea, and so, that's the label I would slap on myself, is the terrorist with diarrhea. Was all that ran in my head. But the terrorist Bezos. I forget how to speak sometimes. I am the terrorist of mouth diarrhea. I'm the terrorist of word vomit. Terrorist of word diarrhea. So I said that when I last relapsed and I was drinking, and it was mainly alcohol relapse, but I started doing other drugs at that time as well. So it was a narcotics relapse. And I'm not going to paint a storyline because I know that's probably the most confusing thing when I have these discussions. And I'm just trying to explain myself and explain some things. But I have relapsed only once since I've been sober of narcotics and alcohol. And then I went 7 months, like I said. I went 7 months without drinking, and I drank for one night. And I got back on track. So in the AA program, like I said, I'm new to it, but that's just part of all of what taught me to be a better, nicer person. And I never realized how hard I am to live with, and that's been part of this because I love my family. I love my Kadabasi clan, and it's hard to make them feel comfortable, I know, because of my substance issues. So, you know, it's a little bit different, and it's not all their fault, but that's probably the biggest thing that I'm learning out of all this is to have care and to have love that's genuine and authentic. So, I don't know, people always say I'm doing nothing but repeating myself. I'm repeating all my old mistakes, and sometimes I need that day. I need that day to just be that all day. And if you know there's something that is getting me up for that day, then I don't think it's so bad to take a self-care day. But when your self-care day is every day, and that's kind of what I realized from my family, is my substance issues had started when I was staying there, but we couldn't communicate about it. I couldn't let it be known. I was sneaking out of the house, and I was going to get picked up at a very young age, and I still have all those memories. I still remember the drugs that we did, and so I've done more than alcohol and marijuana, and that's such a hard thing to say out loud. I can't believe that that's a hard thing to say out loud. So that's what I have to say. It's just saying in general, not even aiming at anyone, but the frustrating thing is not being able to talk about it and not being able to speak, knowing that, and the reason you can't, and knowing that you can't because you're going to upset someone else, and so you're empathetic enough to, you just don't. So you don't communicate, and so, you know, this all just wraps around to when I was drinking, I didn't have to think about any of this, and I can't be on here and be like, oh, alcohol is fucking evil, but I am in the program, and I have got this far, so, you know, I'm supposed to be explaining within meetings, and, you know, sometimes you write stuff down, you think about it. So I'm trying to do all this now because I've been in treatment this long, and it was the perfect amount of time for me to get better like this. And so I didn't realize how comfortable I got. I didn't realize, that things are going bad, being off alcohol, but unproductive, and I just get lazy. So I don't know how to not have a self-care day, is what old me would have said. Isn't that fucked up? And it is so selfish. Because I know that people are going to love me, they're going to accept me. But that's really hard for me to say. You know, when I look at myself, I think I look like Avril Lavigne. I think that I am gorgeous in my own way, in my own, like, rock and roll kind of beauty. It is, like, it's rock and roll fashion. I'm always like, I have to use real names no matter what, is celebrity or real person, because, again, I'm the terrorist with word vomit. I'm the terrorist with word diarrhea, and I feel like people can't stand to be around me sometimes. I feel, you know, and that's a hard thing to feel. So, you know, it made it difficult to be friends with anyone without alcohol. Because I just always felt people don't want me around, of course. And the drinking just made it so that I didn't have to give any kind of shit. And this has made me emotionless. I had to cry about it last night, and I felt rage for myself. I felt angry inside like I used to feel. And I just realized, you know, I'm mad at myself because I can't communicate, and I didn't realize that it had gotten this bad. It doesn't matter how I look. It doesn't matter that I think I look like Avril Lavigne every time I look at myself, because there's a whole big world out there, like I said, and it's not care and that's not love for other people to witness that you say your past self says you can't do self-care because, yeah, that's really what it is. That's really, you know, it's organized religion, and that's exactly why I said if you feel like you can't talk about something, then you just won't. And a lot of nasty. A lot of issues arise from that. So that's, again, I honestly think I've tied it